Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. And welcome to episode 2 of New Beginnings and Happy Endings. I want to thank you all so very much for the love and support that you are showing me through this step in life. I want to thank you for all of your suggestions and your comments, for your prayers, and for all the views on this. I mean, it has just been incredible. The interest and the love that you have shown. I do want to say I am sorry we have not answered all of the thousands of comments, but we have read a lot of them and we have responded to a lot of them, and we're trying to get to all of them. But there are literally thousands of comments. If you have not been answered or acknowledged, it's not intentional. When you have that many comments on a video, YouTube doesn't always load them all. You can't, I can't see them all. And when we go back and look, it pops up more of them, but it's never going to pop up all of them for us. I don't know why that is, but we're trying to get to as many of them as possible. And thank you again for how much support you have shown and for all the prayers and suggestions. We truly appreciate every single bit of that. Before we really get into this video, I want to ask you to please pray for the people who have been affected by Hurricane Melissa. That just happened. There are a lot of relief organizations and a lot of volunteers that are headed that way to help the people in Jamaica who have been affected by this. Please pray for their safe travel and fruitful efforts. I know what they have facing them, and it is just an incredible task. Also, pray for those people in the United States who are being affected by the government shutdown and are going to have trouble with food for the next who knows how long. If you can at all, support your local food banks with donations. This might even be a good time to go through your pantry, your freezer, whatever, clean it out and donate some of that stuff. But do not donate stuff that is out of date or right at the edge of being out of date, even though a lot of it's good way past the expiration date. A lot of times if you donate that stuff to food pantries, it is disposed of rather than being distributed. If you have stuff that's still good, but the date's right there, see if you can find someone to give that to. But pray for those folks who are having trouble with food right now, and especially with the holiday season coming up. Anyway, let's get on with the part of this video that you all are here to see. Say hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
This is who was in the car with me, and this is who I'm marrying. This is Jim, and we thought that we would just share a little bit about how we met with you. You want to tell them how we first met?
Yeah, me and my late wife had interest in a small coffee shop right across the road from your all's karate school in New Tazewell. And so I stopped by to visit and introduced myself. Met, of course, Becky, Brett, and I believe Alex was the one.
Alex and Melinda were probably there. Yeah. Yeah, we have Lula with us today. Lula is you've seen her in some of the videos. There's a couple outside videos that you've seen Lula in. Lula's a boxer who's a wee bit spoiled. And because we're in the kitchen, she's not leaving. She wants to be a part of this. But anyway, we reconnected. That was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, we became Facebook friends, but we didn't really...
No.
We didn't really interact. I always enjoyed your and Brett's, videos.
Yeah, and our public comments. We tended to pick on each other a lot online. Made a lot of silly comments, and there was a few Facebook comments through the years, but just a few. And then
I got to watch you back a trailer.
That that video was looped Brett looped me back in that trailer up over and over and over and reversed it.
I don't buy that. I've seen you back a trailer before.
I can back a trailer. I back it slowly, but I can back a trailer. Anyway, enough of making fun of me. A little over 3 years ago, we reconnected just through Facebook comments again. Jim was going through a tough time. His mother was ill and actually had passed. He was caring for her. And I had commented on some of those posts, and we kind of started commenting on each other's posts occasionally. And then a month or two after that, it was a warm day, and I really wanted to go on a picnic. And I said, "You want to go?" And Jim was like, "Sure, pick me up." So our first date was actually on the Foothills Parkway. He wasn't quite that eager, though. You can tell he's not real eager, is he? Not a lot of excitement here.
Well, I hide it well.
Yes, you do. But anyway, it was late winter, just a warm late winter day, and we went down the Foothills Parkway. And one of the most interesting things about it, other than the fact that Jim was a little nervous and he wasn't hiding it well, he talked more than I do.
No, think about that for a minute.
Yeah, think about that for a minute. Like 8 hours in the truck with somebody that talks more than I do. But anyway, because it was late winter, none of the restrooms were open, and there was no leaves on the trees. So there was a lot of long walks through the woods to find some place to go pee. That's one of the things that I will remember most about that first day, or first date. And that was actually the first time we'd even seen each other since in like 15 years.
Yep.
Yep. But it had been a very long, dark, cold winter, so I needed to get out of the house. Some of your comments and suggestions we want to talk about a little bit. A lot of you had said, just keep it private, keep your private life off the internet. Well, that's not much of a possibility. This, I've said several times, wasn't something that I saw. It wasn't something that I ever dreamed would happen. It wasn't something that I wanted. But when the channel started getting views and I continued to do videos, I kind of accepted the fact that my private life wasn't private anymore. And that very first date, I think we were coming back, and what happened when I came out of the bathroom?
You had a fan waiting for you outside the restroom.
Yeah, and I have been recognized in many bathrooms at many locations. So when you can't go in a restroom and not without being recognized, you kind of don't have a private life. Or, well, you do, but you have to have. You're a public person, and that's one of the things that I accepted as time went on, and I kept doing this. And it is one of the things that took a little getting used to, but I do very much enjoy meeting people. And even if I meet you in the bathroom, I will stop and talk and say hi, but ask me after I go to the restroom.
And wash your hands before you want to shake.
Yeah, give me time to wash my hands, and that's it. But I tell people one of the funniest stories ever was I came out of the restroom at church, and there was a lady washing her hands at the sink, and she saw me in the mirror, and she started screaming, and I honest to goodness thought she'd seen a snake or something, and she was screaming because she saw me in the bathroom at church. And that was one of the strangest meetings, I guess, that I had. But we ended up taking a selfie in the bathroom, and she has that still, and it was, that's okay. That's just the way life is now. But some of your other suggestions that we really liked that we do want to make a part of the wedding. One of them is finding a special location, or a location that's special to us. And a lot of you had mentioned locations. Pretty Place, I think, got the most suggestions in South Carolina. I've never been there. It's on my list. I've always wanted to go. But part of the problem with Pretty Place is that it's a pretty good drive from here. And seeing as how we're doing it December 31st, there's a good chance we're going to have some weather, the day before, the day after, or the day of, because that's a good time of year to have snow. The thing about snow here is, though, that usually within 3 days, most of the roads are cleared. So we kind of need some place that we can have a window to get to. And probably we're going to have to stay pretty close. Because y'all suggested a location that was special to us, I started looking for places that were near the Foothills Parkway. And there are, of course, a lot. It goes into Gatlinburg. Several people also mentioned Gatlinburg. And I did not know this until recently, but Gatlinburg is the number 2 location for weddings in the U.S. You know what number 1 is?
Las Vegas.
Right. Gatlinburg is right behind Las Vegas now. And I was there with my oldest granddaughter last week. And I bet you we saw 15 brides running around. They wear the little headband or a banner or something. And so it is very popular for weddings. But because we're doing it December 31st, I really also don't want to be in that traffic. But because we do have some people who want to come, it would be nice to be close to that because you can get a lot of hotels there. And they're not too expensive. So I'm kind of looking at places right off of the Foothills Parkway because beautiful views, which is something I wanted, and it's close enough that we could get to it if there was bad weather forecast or even if bad weather happens. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now for location, but keep the suggestions coming. And a lot of you said make it special. Well, certainly I want to make it special, but special and expensive don't necessarily mean the same thing. And I said, I don't want to spend like $85,000 for an afternoon, which is like the average cost of a wedding in the U.S. Can you believe that? And I have looked at small venues and they're like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 for a few hours. So I don't think we're going to do like a traditional wedding venue place, but I'll keep y'all updated on that. But yes, we definitely want it to be special. And I had said before, and several of you said, please stream it. I'm looking for a place with Wi-Fi or good cell service. And yes, we do want to stream it because so many of you are interested, and it's okay that part of my private life is public. And Jim's gotten used to that. He's had people come running over, hey, it's Becky. He'll literally knock him out of the way. That happened at the bacon festival. Yep. Yeah. She knocked him out of the way and then handed him her phone to take a picture.
Well, yeah.
And my nose was running because it was cold.
And I'm happy to do that.
So,
I would imagine Carl Dean even had to take some pictures for Dolly every once in a while. So.
Oh, please. You don't have to deal with near what Carl Dean dealt with. I mean, we're on kind of 2 different levels there, me and Dolly. But anyway, it is a little different having a private public life. But we will definitely stream it if there's any service available at all, because I want you all to be a part of it. As I said, some of you have been with me for 12 years and a part of life for 12 years. So I definitely want you to be a part of that. Some of the suggestions, and I said, we definitely want God in the center of the wedding. We want God in the center of the ceremony. Someone said their second wedding, also, she was a widow. She said they changed the vows instead of until death do us part. They did as long as we both shall live. And I definitely think both shall live is better than till death do us part. I mean, once you face that, that's not the words you want to swear to on a day that's supposed to be a celebration and be happy. Another thing was that someone suggested, or they said they went to a wedding where the couple had communion together either right after the ceremony or maybe it was the beginning of the reception or something, but they had communion so that was their first meal together as a couple. And I think we're definitely going to do that because I think that would be special, and it would be something. And, as far as making it special goes, people said, make it as special as the first time. Neither one of us had a wedding before. We didn't have a wedding the first time. So this is going to be very special. This is going to be our first wedding. Not our first marriage, but our first ceremony, party, celebration, that type of thing. So far, all of the suggestions, and we have been reading a lot of suggestions about location. I did have a lady who had a venue on her farm and in Blue Ridge, which is near where I grew up, and we were looking at that and thinking, well, that would be kind of cool, but I think it's too far away. Thank you very much for the offer, but it's probably too far away given the time of year and weather. But that was very sweet. The other thing was reading special verses, and I think that's a good idea too. So we'll put something like that in there. Maybe not necessarily write our own vows. I don't know that either one of us is a poet.
No, probably not.
But to read some special verses that mean something to us, just a couple, I think would be a good addition to the ceremony. And there is a verse that we want to share with you today, and it is Ephesians 5:33.
Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular love his wife, even as himself.
And the wife, see that she reverence her husband. Love and respect. And that's kind of the key to a good marriage, I think. 36 years. And that's what that's the goal. And I'd like to start there instead of ending there.
Yep, absolutely.
Is there anything else you want to say to people? Like, don't be telling them my secrets or nothing.
I won't let them all out, but I'm open for negotiations,
This might be the last time he's ever on YouTube. His first and last YouTube appearance. But I do want to thank you all again. Don't forget to pray for those people who were affected by Melissa. Don't forget to pray for the people who need food right now. Like I said, especially with the holidays coming up. And please keep us in your prayers as we go through this. There are, of course, a few bumps, but there are always a few bumps, and that's part of life. I think we have taken time, and we're pretty sure about it. So that's,
yeah, I think so.
And we are founding it with God in the center of it. So that, I think, is the important things.
Yep.
But thank you so much, and I really do appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed, please take a minute and subscribe, because we're like 7,000 or so away from 1 million subscribers. That'd be a really cool wedding present. And I want you all to be a part of this. So if you're not subscribed, take a minute, subscribe, click the notification bell so you can keep up with what's going on, catch the next really good recipe. We're going to be doing a lot of budget recipes because so many people are struggling. And then we're going to throw in a few holiday favorites here in the next little while too. So the Hillbilly Kitchen is going to continue to be the part of my life, my job. This is my job. And I'm going to try to do a little bit more to include you all in life. God bless you all, and until next time, remember to put God first. Bye for now.